There we go. All right, we're back again. Day 2 at CAMX. Just starting out. It is a little after 9 o'clock. I've got Peter Hedger. He's VP of Strategic Partnerships and Memberships at ACMA. This is actually going to give us a little bit of an update because you've changed. Yeah. You're now at the ACMA, so I want you to talk about that and also share a little bit about what you're doing. I know Peter's been on our show several times with Structural Composites, Composite Applications Group, and now I want to kind of give you or have you give us a little bit of update about what you're doing.
Yeah, great. Well, I'm still in the industry.
I know you are.
Hard to get rid of that fiberglass itch.
What is that? Remember that old Godfather scene where it's like, just when I thought I was leaving, they pull me back in, right? You know, it's like you'll never leave.
I don't know if
it's in your blood.
I don't know if I want to leave. Yeah, I love this. This is
great. Yeah.
It's a fantastic industry. Just a lot of good people.
Yeah,
looking to make innovation happen. So
right. Yeah. So tell us about your new role with the ACMA. I talked to Cindy, stopped by yesterday. We had a conversation, and
I saw you had Dan Newman on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Dan is always informative about all the shenanigans and up in DC,
and he's very well spoken.
He is. He represents us very well.
Have you had John Bussell on?
Not yet.
Oh, John Bussell and John Schweitzer. Those guys are a treasure trove of information.
John Schweitzer has come on before and gave us kind of a scary scenario, but that's okay.
He's good for one. He's always good for one of those.
Yeah, right. So
I love the setup here. By the way, I feel like I'm broadcasting for a sports.
Yeah, and you sound great too. So, you got a radio voice. So Cindy, we were talking yesterday. She's excited to have you on board with the ACMA. So tell us what you're going to be doing there, what your focus will be.
Well, thanks, Jonathan. The focus really for the role that I'm hired for is strategic partnerships, like you said, and so. The goal of the ACMA is to advocate for the industry.
Absolutely.
And so that's all the people and the companies in the industry. And advocation isn't just going up on the Hill and telling Congress what composites are. It's also about telling the industry what's going on the Hill. And, and Dan Newman, I'm sure, addressed that very well. He knows his job well. Absolutely. He knows the industry well. And so my job is to help bring people together to make that voice louder.
Yeah.
And a louder voice doesn't mean it just helps us rise above the noise, right? It helps us to be seen, be recognized, and it gives us more confirmation bias that what we're doing is helpful.
Yeah.
And then it allows us to identify strategic vertical markets, identify partners within those markets as the ACMA, to bring those people together within the committees that the CGI, the growth committees that we have at the ACMA. Gives us strategic focus to be able to identify either OEMs or builders that need the help of folks within the ACMA and within the composites industry to come together and solve problems and innovate. And that's really our objective is to be that banner that people can rally under. Right. Because the composites industry provides innovation for lightweighting and strength for so many different markets.
Right.
And the ability to have that banner where we can all get together, compare notes, talk about business, talk about the economy, talk about the market, talk about politics even sometimes, and how those yahoos are affecting our business on a daily basis.
Absolutely, yeah.
No, I love them. They're great. That's why we vote for them.
Yeah.
But
and vote them out. Right?
That's right. But the purpose of what we're doing is that advocation. It's advocacy to help this industry grow.
Right. No, I love that because we've known each other. I know you're a guy that likes, I told Cindy, I said, Peter's a guy that likes to push the envelope some. And she's like, oh, yeah. She said that with a little trepidation. I'm just kidding. But, you're someone who's always, you like to go, we've had this conversation before. You like to go out and
stir the pot, baby.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Stir the pot.
Let's
and
go.
Then why is our industry not spending more time in these other markets that would benefit us? We talked about the EV markets. You've been to shows for the I think the work truck
the work truck show. So all right, I know you're doing this to rile me up.
Where's my soapbox?
Exactly. No, you go to, and the work truck show is a fantastic show. It's a great display of new technology, and it's a lot of electric vehicles. And like I said before, and I've said pretty publicly that they're doing a lot of really good innovation, but but they're not changing the structure.
Right.
And so you want to make EV happen, and that's great. EV
Mhm.
is a very efficient use of energy.
Yeah.
But it could be more efficient if you just didn't
Yeah.
strap on battery packs to your existing chassis
Right.
and increase the overall weight.
The weight. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so look at your chassis, think
Mhm.
differently. I mean, I'm reading the biography from Elon Musk, and
Yeah,
that dude,
it's great. It's
it
great.
is a really good
I'm
biography.
listening to it.
Homeboy like sleeps on the floor.
I know.
And he
yeah.
watches the cars come by, and he's
Right.
asking questions like, why do we need 5 bolts here when we can do it with 3? And he's
Sure.
constantly changing the
Right.
build out
Yeah.
to make those vehicles both more efficient on performance, but
Yeah.
also more efficient in production.
Absolutely.
And that needs to happen on a daily basis. When I went to the work truck show, I was just blown away how little conversation was about how they're making the structure of the chassis and the powertrain more efficient. Right. And that's what we do. And the reason that one of the reasons that I love the ACMA and love where I'm at right now is because it gives me the ability to kind of rally folks around those ideas so that we can get some critical mass.
Absolutely.
Because it has to happen that way, where we can partner with the work truck show or with different industry relations so that they can help their industry realize what our industry does.
Sure.
Have a powwow together.
Yeah.
Identify some strategic folks within there that have solutions to innovation that people are looking for, and put them together.
Absolutely.
Right. And that's there's just so much potential that is unrealized because people either have their head in the sand or or they're not communicating at a level that they need to be at. And when you look around this trade show, right? I mean, right in front of us, we've got a whole bunch of 10x10s, really great companies with really great innovation. But if they didn't have this platform to be able to elevate their voice, and largely with the ACMA, they need to be part of the ACMA because their voice gets that megaphone. For sure. Because they're sitting at the table with the people that are moving and shaking industries, right? Comp One and the folks at Comp One, Leon Garafalis and the Demlo family are just, they're pillars and bulwarks of the industry.
Absolutely.
And so to be able to sit at a table with them and explain to them what their product is and allow Comp One to realize that and push that product out in the market is just, that's what is needed. And so what we're doing at the ACMA is bringing those people together in a larger context and then communicating that with each of these different vertical markets, whether it's aerospace, urban air mobility, EV markets, automotive markets, building and construction, infrastructure. I mean, our biggest greenhouse gas is really going in construction. We're losing, we put so much emissions up in the air with construction, and there's so much modularity and possibility within this market to repurpose polymers to be a more sustainable, greener, longer term solution for the built environment, and it just needs to be talked about.
Absolutely.
And it needs to be elevated to a level where people are paying attention, which is why what you're doing is so important.
Yeah. So, change is always, and you see this, change is always so slow. I mean, you've seen it in the infrastructure markets, but we've made inroads. Composites have made, serious inroads over time. And
that's right.
But it just takes time. It takes, people doing what you're doing, getting out there, advocating for the industry and saying, yes, this is going to work.
That's right.
I mean, this is going to work. And if we need to try it like at a small scale bridge out in the middle of nowhere, that's right. That's a good
small scale bridge out in the middle of nowhere. That's exactly right.
Hey, that's a good case study. We can use that.
No, I mean, you're putting a stake in the ground, a bridge in the ground, right? And if you go through this trade show floor, there are bridges on the floor. Yeah. And you can make all kinds of fun play on words about how we're building bridges to the future and building bridges sustainability.
Right. Yeah.
But it's true.
Yeah.
Okay. It's true. When you embed this technology into a long lasting structure, you're taking all of the energy that would have gone into a traditional structure and you're eliminating it. So all of that is, so the carbon imprint comes down, and yet you can trace the carbon imprint. You're going to have to go back to the glass guys. You're going to have to track all that. Yeah. And that's being done. The reality is, over a life of a composite part, you're going to get better bang for your buck for sustainability with composite materials than you are with traditional materials. Yeah. And they need to be in concert. I'm not saying composites, and this industry doesn't say composites are going to answer every single issue for every single industry. Right. But if you use a pultruded composite rebar in concrete, it makes the concrete better.
Yeah, you don't have that rusty steel stuff, you know.
That's right. Well, because when steel rusts,
Yeah.
it expands. When it
That's
expands, it cracks the concrete, and
That's
then water gets in there, freezes, and the concrete starts spalling.
Exactly.
Then you get potholes, or you get chunks of bridge falling off, or you get bridges falling down.
Right.
And nobody wants that.
No.
Jonathan, nobody wants to be on a bridge and have it fall down underneath them.
I would not.
That would be a terrible thing.
Especially in an EV. You know,
Oh
can
my
you imagine? Speaking of EVs, did you see the and work trucks, the Cybertruck? They shot a arrow completely shattered. I just saw that video.
Wait. They shot an arrow at the Cybertruck.
At the Cybertruck.
And the arrow shattered?
Yeah, the arrow just splintered.
That's good, because when he threw that ball at it,
Yeah.
that was
not
that
good.
was so embarrassing
so-
for him. I felt so bad.
I know.
Does he still work at Tesla?
Huh?
Yeah, I doubt that.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
I think
doubt
he
it.
was. I
I've
think
heard
his job
stories of
ended
Elon
shortly after
Musk.
that.
That dude demands perfection.
Peter, it's always a pleasure. We got to do this more often. Now with your new role, come by.
Well, quick shout out in my new role.
yeah.
So Casey also started the same day. She's here with us. She started the
Okay.
same day I did.
Awesome.
She's going to be fantastic. Folks, come and talk to us.
Okay.
Casey or myself.
Where are you guys located?
We're located in a corner. We got a big banner
way over there.
way over there.
Yeah.
I don't. I think it's A C24 D24.
D24.
Man, see, she's awesome. I'm telling you, she's a rock star. Yeah, come see us at
Thank you.
D24. We'll be there. We'd love to talk about the industry. Love to talk about what you guys are doing,
Awesome.
and make sure that your voice is heard. That's what we're here for.
For certain. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise.
Peter
brother.
Hedger, VP of what is it? Strategic
Partnerships
and
membership.
ACMA and memberships.
That's right.
ACMA.
Yeah.
So if you're not a member, you need to
be a member.
You need to be over that.
Come
booth
and check
today.
it out.
Yeah,
Come talk
absolutely.
to me.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Thanks.
All right, brother.
Good stuff, man.
Have a good one.
Go Vols.
Go Vols.